Today we are going to be ranking all 4 versions of the Raygun Mk2 on the Shattered Veil, and yes, that includes the default version too. Now I'm going to take everything into account, how it performs casually, Easter egg wise, and even high round-ish, because I don't think even any of them are really great for high rounds, even though some are usable on high rounds at least, but some of them just fall off way too early, as you guys will see. But also, I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on these ray guns too. Let me know your rankings and what you think about mine down in the comment section below. And while you're down there, you might as well drop a like and subscribe on the channel too. That would be very much appreciated. But with that said, let's not waste any more time and rank the Mk2s in the Shattered Veil. Now, starting the list off at the number 4 spot and worst Mk2 in the game, unfortunately for me, goes to the default Mk2. And don't get me wrong, it's just as good as the OG Mk2. It's really good for casual play, dealing with mini bosses in early rounds, and also just getting you to round 40. But the problem is that it falls off around the same spot, about round 40-ish. Like for me, I was playing on round 43, and I was already having to buy ammo just to finish a round. Like that was a bit crazy to me. And like I said, that's how the OG one was, and that's fine, but it's just compared to the other ones, they just don't fall off as annoyingly as this one does. This brings us to the number 3 spot, and this is going to be the Raygun Mk2 Preservation, or the purple shotgun one, whatever you want to call it. Now what this one shines at is dealing with mini bosses. It will absolutely melt those doppelgasts and especially elder disciples. It is so good at dealing with them, by far the best one. And even for casual play, it's really solid in those early 20 to 30 rounds, right? That's pretty good at dealing with that, which is great to hear from this. But the problem for me is not actually a damage fall off with this one, but the problem is that I don't think it has any penetrating damage, which is weird for a ray gun, because I think they all do, all the other Mk2s do. So that's just weird, because it becomes a really big problem if you have a big horde and you have no penetrating damage. You're just going to kill the zombies at the front, which is going to be like 3 or 4 zombies max, and it's just going to take way too long and too much ammo to go through the entire horde. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't fall off as bad as the OG Mk2, but it still is pretty annoying still. And because of that, and also the fact that it's completely useless in the boss fight for this, I think that this is the reason why it's at 3. Now we move on to the number 2 spot, and this is going to be the Raygun Mk2 Rot Blight. And I know a couple of you guys were expecting this to be at the last spot, and I don't blame you if you do have it there, because it has some major problems. It's not that good at dealing with mini bosses, its fire rate is super slow, and it's terrible against the Easter egg boss. And those are fair points. But have you considered what it does well? It does incredibly well, because what it is amazing at is dealing with regular zombies. And this is so good because it has like a solidifier effect. It'll activate just kind of randomly. And every single zombie that walks over it will nearly instantly die. Now, I don't know if this eventually falls off. I haven't got to a high enough round to figure out if it did, because I died using a different one. But from my experience, it is so good at dealing with the horde of zombies. And it stays on the floor for a while, so you could still run the zombies around it and just keep killing them over and over with it. Like, it's really solid. Now, one annoying thing about this is that you never know when it's going to activate that. So if you shoot it at a weird spot, it could fall and just like not kill any zombies outside the one zombie it initially activated on, which is a fair criticism, but still, it is still the best one at dealing with regular zombies, and I will still stand by it for that. And this brings us to the number 1 spot, and this is going to be the Raygun Mk2 Wrathfire, or the blue one, full auto one, whatever you want to say. And I think most people are going to agree with this one. It is probably the best one just for casual play. It's by far the best one for the Easter egg, especially the boss fight. I think it's currently the best known gun in general for the boss fight, so that's great. And then on top of that, it's also really good at dealing with mini bosses too. Not to mention, it just feels so good having a Raygun Mk2 that's just full auto. It just feels right. Now, as for damage, I don't know if I'm just tripping or what, but I feel like the damage is actually a little bit better than the default Raygun Mk2. Now, at the worst, it's the same damage as it and will fall off around the same area, but the thing is that it just has way more ammo, so it's not as big of a problem of falling off in damage as the default Mk2. But don't get me wrong, you can't take this into high rounds, but for me, I think because of the factors I've already mentioned, that there's more than reason to justify this as the best Mk2 in the game. And that's going to wrap it up for this one. And like I said at the start of the video, let me know your list and even tell me if I'm wrong with my list. If there's a real reason for why you think one is too high, too low, I'd love to hear about it, because it's still early days and we're still learning about the game here and there. But I think like I have a pretty good idea on these ones, or I wouldn't have made the video. Regardless though, that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.